What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Toy Hunters Heroes. I'm your host, Dibney. And as promised, I told you I finally finished my legendary comic book heroes Pitt Wave, all composed by none other than Savage Dragon, Red Claw, Judge Dredd, Super Patriot, Madman, and Witchblade. This is gonna be my most ambitious Rampage review. So welcome aboard, fellas, and hopefully you will enjoy the ride, because I know I will. So for starters, I'm gonna start with none other than Chicago's own Savage Dragon. So right away, let's get this show on the road. So here you have Savage Dragon. Now the Pitt this Pitt Wave came out sometime around 2007, like early 2007, probably before that time. This was pretty much on the twilight of Toy Biz. If you want to read this, go ahead, pause it. Right there it shows you the rest of the figures, and that's the big boy that you put together at the end. You want to use the barcode because it ain't working anymore. So sad story about this wave is that I actually remember seeing it at comic book stores, and I just didn't care for it. Poor me, because now $342 later, I actually put this wave together. So now I'm super happy. I get to put this guy from scratch. He comes with the, what is it, the left leg for Pitt. So we're gonna put that on the side. We're gonna talk about it later. Packaging. Oh well. To the garbage. Now he only had one wire tie right there. Got your little clipper. Make sure you don't hit your figure, because otherwise you'll be screwed. So this is part one of a seven-part video. So please bear with me. Do not get irritated. I'm gonna put this bad boy together. All right. So here we have it. Get Savage Dragon, and boy oh boy, he looks awesome. It's just, look at that. He has a fin for a mohawk or whatever. I don't know how to say it. Do you even English, bro? A mohawk. There you go. Mohawk, because America. See, there you go. Savage Dragon. Not a bad looking figure. I look forward to owning this bad guy with the wife beater and stuff. Well, I don't know if I should call it a white beater, but the top, the tank top. It looks ripple stained. Nice touch with the hairy arms, hairy chest. Nice wash for the jeans. Gives a natural color, I would think. Nice shadowing. And then what are these? Are there any shoe professionals in the room? I'm gonna go ahead and say these are Adidas. I don't know. Now, one thing that I like to think about this whole legendary comic book heroes is that, for what I heard some stories, nothing but rumors. So don't take my word for it, but for what I heard, it was Toy Biz's attempt to help local comic book shops sell like very independent comic books. In this case, I think all of these guys were from Image Comics. So one thing that really bumped me down is that they didn't even finish, for example, for Red Claw and I think Super Patriot, they had their own like X-Force called Cyber Force. So it was composed by Red Claw, Super Patriot, and Cyblade, Impact. I don't know, there was like a bunch of other guys in there. But lately I got into Danger Girl, and they could have, done something for them in the future, but it just never happened. So 2007 was the last year for Toy Biz, and then we had the back to Hasbro Marvel Legends. But anyway, enough of the sad story. Let's look at the articulation for this Savage Dragon. So the head is on a hinge, so you get up movement about that much to look up. If it's standing straight, about that much to look down. Hinges for the arm, about that much high. Rotation on the bicep, single jointed elbow. Man, they're stiff. And then you got a rotation right there on the forearm, because they didn't have ball hinges or pegs or whatever for the wrist, but they had the hinge right there for the wrist. Whoa, each finger is articulated. So right there you have articulation for the thumb, which I think I just messed up. Let's see if I can put it back together. So you're fiddling with powers you don't fully understand. But yeah, look at that. Toy Biz was already working on. I think these are the very first figures that actually had joints on their fingers, because they had joints right there for the knuckles, but not for the actual fingers. So they were already trying something new, and this kind of makes me sad because we can only speculate what they were working on or the things that they were going to show us. But yeah, you could do all sorts of things with single jointed fingers. And then you have right there the ab crunch and a ratchet, hinge right there for the leg, so you can do the full bandam. I like some pancake. So you have rotation right there on the thigh. Got a little bit of paint right there. Double jointed knee. Sweet. Looks ready to give you a kick. And then you have hinge right there for the foot. So you get about that much movement. About that much towards the back. Ankle pivot. And toe hinge. Right there. So there we have it. It just makes me sad to think the Toy Biz went away. But then again, like, we only have ourselves to blame, because a lot of people did not support the line, and those who did support it, I don't know what happened down the line. But there you have it anyway. That was Savage Dragon. I hope you enjoyed that review. I'm going to continue with part 2 with Ripclaw, which I have quite a story for that SOB. So, I'm your host, Ebony. Thank you for watching Toy Hunters R Us. See you in part 2 of this legendary comic book heroes Pitt Build-A-Figure wave. Thank you very much, and catch you on the next one. Peace.